Hello and here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Stitzer, Wisconsin here, and we are starting off this episode by spraying weeds. We've got lots and lots of weeds out in our fields here, as you've probably seen here last episode of one, so we need to take care of some of those weeds here. We'll probably have to do some more spraying here in the future again as well. We got a couple fields that are still being planted yet as well, but we're hitting the cornfields here for starters. I'm getting those all sprayed. And then we'll have to get the soybean fields sprayed here as well. I'd also like to try rolling some of our soybean fields too if we get a chance. I don't know if we'll get to that here this episode or not. We'll see where we end up. But this episode, like I said, we are going to focus on spraying here. Got the final field of soybeans being planted right now as well. Course play is not quite done, but we're pretty close to being done. Well, yeah, sort of close to being done, I guess I should say. Looks like there's a little bit of work left yet, but should be done either this episode or shortly thereafter. I'm finished recording this episode. We'll be done planting. We still need to get cows going yet as well, so there's a couple things we still need to work on here yet, but I figure we'll get the planting taken care of here. We're still in the month of April yet, so no big hurry to get the cows going. We'll get those going here once we're done planting, so I don't know, either next episode or the episode thereafter. I am still debating what I want to do for the cows yet. I kind of would like to use my old barn. I say old, still really not an old one. The one we're using from our previous map, everyone. I did like that barn. Worked really well. Not a whole lot of different from the one we have on here either, I guess. But the one thing I do notice with the one on here, there's going to be a lot more feeding of different types involved with this one. So I don't know if we want to get into that here or not. We'll see once. Like I said, won't get into that here this episode, but maybe next or the following episode we'll probably be looking into getting our cows up and running. Again, I plan on doing adult cows on this map, everyone. Remember, on the previous map, we did baby cows, or calves, and yeah, it pretty much took us the entire series, which was, what, like 3 years or something like that? I think we played, or was it 4 years? I think we did 4 years on that map, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, I think we did 4 years on that map. And in those 4 years, it wasn't until the last 3 or 4 months that we actually finally started making money off the cows. After spending, millions of dollars on them, everyone, we finally made a couple $100,000 off them. Actually, I don't know if we even made that much. Maybe we did. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look, everyone. But yeah, like I said, I know for sure it wasn't until like the last couple months before we finally started making money off our cows, which, yeah, just absolutely ridiculous, given how much we spent on them, and the return on investment was definitely not there on that one. With that being said, Evan, I do plan whatever money we need for the cows, Evan, I do plan on cheating that money in. Well, if we have to cheat it in, we got $400,000 left, which is not enough, by the way, to buy the barn if we do go that route. But we will cheat in whatever money we need, Evan. We're going to call it as we took our cows from our previous map to this map, essentially. That is what I'm going to call that, Evan. So a little bit of cheating, maybe, but also I want to bring the cows from our previous map to this one. I'm also curious on this map if we'll have the hodgepodge of cows like we had on our previous map. Remember from the last one, we just had, oh my goodness, how many different cows? We started out, all the cows were the same, right? We had technically we had one bull, so. But we had 60 female cows, I think it was, and one male. I think it was 60. I have to actually go back and look now again. Maybe it was more than that. I think it was just 60. But yeah, by the time we finished up, and we had 5 of these, 1 of those, 3 of those, 11 of those, 9 of those, 6 of those, 1 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, 9 of those, 8 of those, 2 of those, 1 of, oh my goodness, what in the world? I don't know what that mess was about. I've never seen that before, but I don't know if that was map related or barn related or another mod related. No idea. Running the John Deere 710 here, by the way, for tractors. Pulling our little John Deere sprayer. Found a job that this tractor actually seems to be able to handle fairly well. I know we tried a couple other jobs of this tractor as well. Technically, this tractor should have been big enough for some of those jobs. They say it's a 50 horsepower tractor, at least in the game. I don't know, is the John Deere 710 actually a 50 horse tractor? I don't know, maybe it is. No idea, but that's what the game claims it is. And yeah, they definitely can't run some of what I think we should be able to run here in the game as far as 50 horsepower is concerned. But, oh well. Like I said, it does handle this one, so. I'm also not particularly familiar with the John Deere 710 as well. Definitely not a John Deere number I am familiar with. So I don't know if it's, yeah, no idea. Nope, that's where we're going here. Oh my goodness, what? Oh, I know what happened. Please wait, game is crashing, everyone. Yes, this happens, was it maybe 5, 10, what are we, 5? We're 5 minutes into this episode, and I was probably, playing on it here for maybe 5 minutes before I started recording. So yeah, probably about 10 minutes into, every time I start up this save game, everyone, the game briefly, might as well say it crashes. Kind of annoying. It just, you pretty much lose all control. Fortunately, it only lasts for like, I don't know what, maybe 30 seconds, a minute there, whatever it was. We had this last episode as well, but I don't know what's causing that. If we look here, you can see the error message there. It is. Yeah, to be honest, I really don't know what's causing that one. That one is. I'm trying to look for like any sort of identifiers. FS22 precision farming, additional field buy info. Definitely got some precision farming stuff in it, that's for sure. Yeah, no idea one. Definitely looks like something to do with precision farming though. So, also we are almost out of spray here. I think we're to the point where we probably get some GPS setup as well. Maybe finish up this headland here. Unfortunately, no see and spray on this spray. Otherwise, we probably could finish this entire field with the little bit we have left. Okay, and I happen to know I used up all those spray here last time, so we need to go get ourselves another thing of spray. Oh, do we go with Helm or do we go with Corteva? Or Cortev? Not entirely sure how you say that. Herbicide. Let's go with some Helm. That's the good stuff, right? No idea. As far as the game is concerned, I mean, it literally makes no difference. Okay, is my truck over here? Actually, it might be... No, it's not over there. Okay. Ah, there we go. That'll work. We should look at repurchasing our Bobcat here as well. Make sure we get the right one. Remember from last series, I went through a couple different skid steers before I finally found one that I thought was acceptable. You know, went up and down at a decent speed. Actually went up and down, you know, for a decent height. I don't remember if I had any other complaints or not, but those at least cover some of the complaints. Should we strap it down and say it isn't going anywhere? Remember, you gotta say it's not going anywhere, otherwise it could potentially go somewhere. Give that strap a flick, and yeah, that's not going nowhere. Better not with all the straps they have on this thing. My goodness. Tip over, if I remember correctly. I better take our turns a little on the slow side here. Oh, no, wrong field. I'm like, where's the tractor? I thought it was over on this end here somewhere. We need to be one more field further down yet. Mind me just driving over our corn here. Refilling. At least what I've found out here so far, one of these totes fills this sprayer perfectly twice. Like literally almost perfectly twice. Fill it up to 100% here this time. We'll go fill it up one more time, and it will fill it up to 100% the next time as well. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? And I know it says 100%. I don't know if it actually is quite truly 100%, but that's what the game claims it is, so yeah, we'll go with it. Like I said, too, once we finish this headline, we'll get some GPS going here. If I remember correctly, I think we've got a GPS line that actually lines up pretty good. Well, yeah, I say maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll have to record one here. Might have to record one, which might be a good thing here for this episode. For those of you who've never recorded a custom AB line, I believe we did that here, was it a couple episodes back, or if that was a live stream? I forget when, Evan. We recorded a custom AB line. It didn't actually work out real well because I left the snap terrain angle on. We need to make sure we turn that off. Otherwise, GPS will snap to the nearest angle, and we definitely don't want that. So, okay, let me just see if the one we have is going to work here or not, or we're going to have to record one here. Auto width. Is that the line? Wow. That is definitely not going to work. Is it? No, yeah, no, okay. Definitely not going to work. We're going to have to record a custom one. And I think in order to record a custom one, I think we're just going to go to the edge here and record it. I could record it out where we're at, but I'd be a little bit afraid I'm not maybe maintaining a good edge, so. And it is sort of curved here, so like. Come on, tractor. Back up. Not back up. Uh-oh. Start crashing again? Yes, we did. Huh. Never had it crash twice before. I mean, that's weird. Hopefully that'll sort itself out here in a minute. It definitely has not. Slightly concerned enough on the fact that this keeps happening because, yeah, like I said, this is usually does not do it twice that I've noticed. Okay, well, we'll be back here in a minute, and hopefully the game will uncrash itself, hopefully, and we'll come back once that happens here. Nope, maybe. We might be good. Okay, let me get back to my tractor. Everyone, where we're at. We're good again. Okay. Skip what I just said, everyone. We are back here, so let's get into a recording here a minute. We are going to do A plus B. Yep. Also, make sure we turn off our... where's our snap train angle here? There we go. Snap train angle. Yes, turn that off. We do have a couple different options with this, by the way. I could do set A plus heading, and I could guess the angle, and I could probably get close. You could also do A plus direction, which just is, it's pretty much the same thing as set your heading. It's just going to take the direction the tractor's facing. It's about as reliable as setting the angle, in my opinion. So, to get this right, I think we're going to do an AB. So we're going to set our A. And then there's really no sense following the field here because, well, it's not straight. So we're just going to drive over to the other side and set a B. Like I said, I mean, you could kind of sort of maybe point the tractor in the right direction, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, especially with this field here. Kind of dips up and down there, so kind of hard to actually see at this end of the field. Let's see. I think that feels like kind of a good spot there. We don't want to get too far into that curve there, so let's set B. And then we're going to save that. What field number is this here a minute? Field 89. Okay. Field 89. Actually, we'll call it Field 89. Like that better? There we go. Save that. Perfect. And let's get ourselves a width here. Oh, already got that. Perfect. We might actually have to start on this one here. Again, the field's curved, everyone, so Can't do any curve lines here, unfortunately, with this GPS. That was something that was always promised, but unfortunately never happened, so is what it is. At least it's better than nothing, right? We got straight line GPS. That's up until this point all we've ever had here in Farming Simulator. Like I said, better than nothing, that is for sure. And at least possibly with Farming Simulator 25, for any console players that might be watching, you folks might find they'd be getting GPS as well. And I say might, everyone, because the little bit Giants has shown of it, to me, doesn't really suggest that it's actually GPS. We'll have to see once verdict is still out. Those of you who like to, maybe discuss that further, you're always welcome to join us over on our live streams. RDAllen over on Twitch there, by the way, where we discuss such topics amongst others, right? Like I said, the debate is still out as to whether Giants GPS is actually GPS or if it's just essentially a fancy hired worker. It is a GPS, at least according to Giants, that does support headlands. Also, be curious to see once here too, once that GPS or once Farming Simulator 25 comes out, like how is Giants? Again, I'm going to use the word GPS here, everyone. How is Giants GPS going to handle stuff like this? I mean, I won't say that the current GPS really handles it per se, but we can set a straight line and make it work. I mean, for a field like 91 here, there's really no point in doing GPS for a field like that. Out of curiosity, talking about the error messages here, anyone else playing this game have that issue at all? Like, yeah, the error messages we're seeing here. Actually, looks like we got something different here. Wild animal adult deer. I don't know what's up with that, but that might be just a message. I don't know if that has anything to do with the error or not. But yeah, anyone else out there playing this game, you're having issues with that, let me know. Just out of curiosity if there's something wrong with my game or maybe it's a broader issue with the map here. Again, I haven't had any issues with the previous maps, so yeah, definitely something with this map. The game keeps crashing every so often. Fortunately, like I said, it's not completely crashing. You just gotta wait a few seconds, then it goes away. That last one, though, that was definitely a good couple of seconds there before it finally started responding again. Again, not entirely sure what's going on with that, but that is definitely kind of annoying. Reminder, by the way, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, too, here, as always, if you like the video, well, hopefully you know what to do. Click that old thumbs up icon there. And if you got a comment of it, leave it down below. Always enjoy reading everyone's comments here. Speaking of which, I was just getting the comments loaded up here a moment ago. We'll get to those here hopefully in a minute. Once we got done with this field, then we also got field 92 across the road here as well. And then we got all our soybeans. Once we get done with this field, maybe I'll throw this on course play here. And then, like I said, I do want to roll our soybeans as well. Maybe we can start on that here this episode. So speaking of rolling, I haven't bought a roller yet. Oh, that's not rollers, that's planters. Rollers. Ooh, we got a nice brilliant there. Does this actually count as a roller? Hopefully it does. Though, technically this is not really like the right kind of roller for rolling your soybeans. Usually you use a smooth drum type roller like the Dagelman there. You got a sunflower. Yeah, again, that's not really the correct type of roller. I guess with that being said, the ones in the game really aren't the correct type either if you look at them. And I know one of these, maybe I fixed it. These are also awful large too, like, yeah, and really not the right type of roller either. I don't know that any of the equipment we have at the moment really probably can be pulling this. Yeah, 210 horsepower. Technically, we probably could. I know you look at something like this, I'm like, wow, I should be able to pull that with a small tractor, right? It's just rolling. Yeah, with the weight of them, everyone, you actually need a larger tractor for some of those rollers. They're just big and heavy. The actual horsepower to pull them, probably not really that much. It's got more to do with the weight than anything. I think we're just maybe going to go with the Brilliant here. Like I said, I know it's not technically the right kind, but I also don't really have a whole lot that's much better either, I don't think. So, working speed 9, drawbar. Ooh, short or long, huh? Should be good with a short one. Before 2000, 2000 to 2010, 2011 plus. Ah, we'll just go with before. Oh, actually got different widths too, huh? Oh, we can do a 30 foot, 32 foot. Wow, 34 foot, 36. 28. I think we're just going to stick with a 28. That should be good. Looks like I finished making our purchase just in time here to turn around. Like I said, we'll finish this field up here, and then we'll throw a course play on this spraying operation. We'll go start rolling some beans here. And we'll have to see once too, because at least one of our bean fields I know is partially grown already. Again, just due to the seasonal growth getting turned off, which again, I don't know why that happened. Oh, anyone else watching, you ever have your seasonal growth get turned off? Again, that's under the game settings. I know that's course play settings. Game settings. Seasonal growth here, you know, yeah, seasonal growth gets turned off on you. Anyone else have that? It's happened to me multiple times across different maps, so I don't remember if it's ever happened to me on the previous map. Again, talking about Lost Worlds, Evan. Don't know if I had that issue on that map or not, but definitely have had it on several other of the previous maps we've played on, and this one now as well, of course. Oh, getting to the short part of the field here. Should be able to knock the rest of this out here pretty quickly here now. Looks like this should be about the last of the full length rounds. Unlike spraying with an open cab tractor, right, everyone? Yeah, what could go wrong with this? Just breathe deep now. But that being said, I mean, that's how farmers did it back in the day, right? I mean, there wasn't all the enclosed cabs, and I guess we sort of had self-propelled sprayers to some extent, but a lot of times they were tow-behind sprayers as well. So, you know, tow-behind sprayer behind the tractor, or an open station self-propelled sprayer. You can always have the nice enclosed cab. Is this the right one? No, I need the next one over. I thought I skipped one there. Truck kind of being in the way. Speaking of sprayers, by the way, when I was kind of looking through my selection of sprayers here, this felt like the only sprayer I really have that kind of fits what we're doing on this map here. I do have the old Alice Chalmers sprayer that we used on our previous map. We could use that one, everyone, but it's about all I have here. So we got this little John Deere tow behind, and then, like I said, the Alice Chalmers self-propelled sprayer. But yeah, that thing looks quite special, to be honest, Evan. That Alice Chalmers, that is quite the sprayer, that's for sure. Yeah, that being said, at least that one has hydraulic booms. I don't think this John Deere sprayer has hydraulic booms on it from the looks of it. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. It does look like it actually has a hydraulic hookup. It doesn't actually hook up to anything on this tractor, but it does have an hydraulic hookup. I don't know what that hydraulic hookup is for. Pump? Ah, yep. So it's actually for the pump. We'll just have to say this is a PTO-driven pump instead of a hydraulic-driven pump. It's actually rather interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised to see that is actually a hydraulic-driven pump here as opposed to a PTO-driven pump. Usually on a lot of these older sprayers, at least the ones I've seen in New England, usually they're always PTO-driven pumps. Or, yeah, even then they are still sometimes PTO-driven. Sometimes they'll be driven off the wheels as well, but usually then they usually have some sort of metering device that's connected with the wheels, so that way you can at least meter out the correct amount of spray depending on how fast you're going. But yeah, sometimes you can actually connect your wheels on your sprayer to the pump. And like I said, advantage to that, of course, that would depend on how fast you're going. That's how fast the pump will pump. Okay, that does it for that field. Let's head over to the next one. Like I said, we'll throw course play on this, and we're going to go roll some soybeans. Rolling. Actually, almost done with this episode. Wow, I just looked over at the time. 26 minutes. My goodness. Okay, well, I said we were going to get to some comments here, but let's quick get some comments here. Starting off with Tim. Tim was saying, great video. I think with that grass field, once you mow the grass one time, it'll show on the map as an actual field. At least I believe that's what happened on MRG's Medicine Creek. Well, we'll have to give that a try then there, Tim. Maybe we'll have to see what's next episode. That reminds me, that is something I need to get into yet as well. We need to buy some mowing equipment. I know I was talking about this here. I think it was last episode, or even that it was the live stream, which, reminder again, live stream. I wouldn't want to catch some more Stitzer, Wisconsin content. You can follow myself over on Twitch. We'll probably be live streaming on this map from time to time. Typically, I stick with the multiplayer servers on the live stream, but we do occasionally play on the single-player maps here as well. So there will probably be some Stitzer, Wisconsin content on there. And there definitely was here yesterday, so... But yeah, one of the topics I was talking about is we got some things we need to purchase here yet. One of which is, of course, the mowing equipment, and then we also need some silage equipment as well. I have not bought any of our choppers or wagons or anything like that yet. Can't buy everything at once, you know. Okay, we're going to leave course play to that. Let's hop over to the farmyard here. Hey, there's our roller. Parked right next to a tractor, too, yeah. Perfect. Alice Chalmers? Sure. Probably should have got the, was it 36-footer that this thing went up to? Nice job on the mod author's part, by the way, making it so you can actually select different widths. That is pretty nice that the mod author actually did it that way. And let's see, this is one of our soybean fields. Or no, is this the corn one? This one might be the corn one. Let me double check here. Yeah, okay, this is the corn one. Never mind. We're going to leave that one be. Rolling corn. I guess technically rolling corn in the game everyone would improve the yield. Is it worth it? Probably not. Which the same can be said for soybeans too. I mean, rolling your soybeans really doesn't have much benefit in the game either that I know of. Unless map authors have found a way to change that. That's possible, I suppose. But default base game everyone, rolling your crops, not really worth it in my opinion. Does it increase your yield? Slightly. Emphasis on very slightly. And nowhere near the amount that Giants claims it does, which is interesting. How Giants can screw it up so badly that what they say you're actually supposed to get as far as a yield increase doesn't actually work. Yeah. That's a good one, everyone, right? Hopefully this will work. Again, like I said, the soybeans are already grown, but I can't help that. That was, yeah. They shouldn't have grown yet. See if this is actually working here. If it's not working, then there's no sense doing it, everyone. Yeah, I don't think it's actually working. 77 should work. Go a little bit further here. One of two things. Either this roller just plain doesn't work, or the fact that the soybeans are already grown, which is probably what it is. Okay, yeah, we're just going to fold up because that is doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, if I turn the weeds off, Evan, you can see, yeah, didn't change a thing. That green you see is weeds, not any sort of growth or anything like that. Let's head down to the next field here. 71 is also started to grow, but that's only the headlands. So like I said, we might be able to get away with rolling this field. We'll give it a try here. Looks like only like one pass on the headland here too, so. Oh, speaking of headland and soybean stuff, everyone, I happen to notice here, if I go to precision farming, that's not where I was it? There we go. Going over to our nitrogen map here, you can see soybeans on this map actually take fertilizer, which, if you ask me, they should. So, hey, there we go. It is working here. Double check on the map. Yep, there we go, and it is working. Okay. Anyway, on that note, unfortunately with that one, it is time to wrap it up here this episode. So if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.